Whoa. So I'm sure all y'all got the news by now. Peter Woods has put out his top 4, and you have three Power 5s in Jackson State. Alabama, Florida, and Clemson is all competing against Jackson State for Peter Woods. Now, we all know like Peter Woods is the 5-star recruit, top 25 player in the country in the class of 2023, and he put out his top 4. Now, I'm going to say what the real battle is. I don't think Florida and Clemson has zero to do with Peter Woods' decision. I think, me personally, I think this is Nick Saban versus Coach Prime. Now, we all know about what Nick Saban said about Coach Prime and him paying players to come to Jackson State, and how he had the whole HBCU Twitter buzzing and going at him for a whole 48 hours, right? And then in the mix of that, Peter Woods had actually got an offer from Jackson State, and he put out a statement on how he was actually excited to receive an offer. Mind you, he was crystal balled to commit to Alabama, and then that comment happened, and then a day or two later, he's excited about getting an offer from Jackson State. So now, here comes this. Nick Saban versus Coach Prime is the real battle here. He's the real battle here. Now, Nick Saban is under a lot of pressure when it comes to this. And this could definitely be a trickle-down effect for what happens in the near future for Alabama. Now, I think this could possibly be a bigger steal than Travis Hunter going to Jackson State for a few reasons. Number one, now of course Coach Prime is an alma mater of Florida State, but before he even got the coaching position at Jackson State, he was interviewing for a lot of schools, a lot of Power 5 schools, and he wasn't getting accepted. And then, he gets his first year at Jackson State, and now all of a sudden, there's a whole bunch of coaches or a whole bunch of schools wanting to take him. So now, a year into his coaching career, here comes Travis Hunter. He flips his picks to Florida State, and then now we have this right now. He could possibly be taking a recruit from quote unquote the greatest college football coach of all time. Now, I don't know if that would really be unheard of. That's more unheard of. Now, mind you, Travis Hunter was the number 1 player in the country last year. And he said, look, he flipped his pick for one reason, and that's Coach Prime. Now, for Jackson State to quote unquote pull this off would be a travesty for Alabama, and you would have to think about what would happen in the near future in terms of 4 and 5-star recruits that are thinking about Alabama. Now, would Alabama be looked at the same? They will still be looked at as a powerhouse because of the history. Nick Saban still there. They will still be looked at as a powerhouse. But now, you got this FCS school who is up with these 3 Power 5 schools trying to get one of the top 25 players in the country who's a 5-star. And, dog. Now, you're possibly thinking about Jackson State being a powerhouse, not just amongst HBCUs, but amongst FCS schools. And eventually, Jackson State ain't gonna make the call to go at North Dakota State. North Dakota State is gonna be calling Jackson State, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, yo, so what we gonna do about this?" Like, look, I'll tell you this: North Dakota State and Jackson State are eventually gonna have to see each other. Like, they are eventually gonna see each other, especially with the pace that Jackson State is going, with the amount of recruits that they're getting. Especially if they can get their hands on 2 5-star recruits. Yeah. Ain't no telling how far Jackson State can go, but this will be a big time move. Big time move, man. So, yo, they got till July 8th. So they got, y'all 4 schools got another 4-5 weeks to make y'all pictures. But really, Florida, Clemson, y'all move. The real battle is Nick Saban versus Coach Prime. That's the real battle here. I told y'all before, I think those 2 schools are a facade. I think that's a trick. It's Coach Prime versus Nick Saban. It's those 2. So, may the best man win.